Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third edition of the Forbes India Leadership Awards. In just 3 years, these awards have established their place as the benchmark in recognizing the finest leaders in the country. Now, with its out-of-the-box format, this is an award ceremony that the industry leaders not just look forward to attend, but to win at as well. This year, the awards have been adjudicated by an all-powerful jury of industry stalwarts comprising of the best in the industry. So let me start off. We begin with the non-executive chairman of the ICICI Bank, KV Kamath, the chairman of McKinsey India, Adil Zainul Bhai, senior managing director of Blackstone India, Akhil Gupta, dean of the Indian School of Business, Ajit Rangnekar, managing and co-founding partner of AZB, Ms. Zia Modi, and last but not the least, the founder and editor of Network 18, Mr. Raghav Bail. So let's kick off this evening's proceedings. Before we start, I'd like to welcome the editor-in-chief of Forbes India, Mr. R. Jagannathan, to set the tone for the evening.
Today, we are gathered here to recognize some of the best leaders of India Inc., leaders who have not only weathered the recent storm, but have been doing so for a while. They are durable leaders. Forbes India believes in entrepreneurial capitalism and the critical role that business leaders play in creating growth, wealth, prosperity, and jobs. Leadership is often crucial to superior performance. This is particularly relevant when the times are tough, as the last 2 or 3 years have been. This year's awards are being given against this backdrop. In fact, tough times made the job of our jury a bit easier, I think. In good times, many people fare well, and separating the superior performers from those who are merely riding the upwave of a business cycle is tougher. It is in the down cycle that you find your real leaders. I would like to dedicate this evening to the people who make the right efforts and therefore get the right results. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jagannathan, for that opening comment. With that, it's now time to felicitate the best leaders in the Indian corporate arena. We will be handing out awards in 10 categories this evening. And to give away the first set of awards, I'd like to invite on stage the Group CEO of Network 18, Sai Kumar, along with the MD and CEO of Rolex India, Yogesh Shah, and the CEO of TCS, Mr. N. Chandrasekaran. Let's take a look at the nominees in our first award category this evening. This is the Outstanding Startup Award.
First thing was the imaginative, visionary idea of the entrepreneur. Has he found a space which was not taken, and was that model that the entrepreneur embarked on a sustainable model? The second thing was, you can have a great idea and a great model, but are you able to execute that well?
And the winner is Phanindra Sama, founder and CEO of Redbus.
So Sama saw a huge market in bus travel way back in 2006, and within just 6 years of existence, crossed the 1 crore mark in number of tickets sold. And in June this year, the company actually hit a home run and bought over by the Ivibo Group. So let's congratulate Mr. Sama once again, please. You sold Redbus, which you created with so much passion. How difficult was it to do that?
We've been used to that idea for since we raised the capital, since the time we raised the capital. So when a good deal came by, we exited. So it wasn't all that emotional when we had to exit. Yeah.
Okay, congratulations. We hope you create and sell many more Redbuses in the times to come. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on to our next category. Here is the nominees for our next award tonight, which is the Next Gen Entrepreneur for the Year.
When we were looking at the various businesses, I think there was a couple of people who had done very well, but the jury felt that either they had not over the years reached a scale in profits which was commensurate with their scale in sales. Then there was balance sheet issues, and when it finally came down to the top 2 contenders, both had exceptionally strong performances. So the jury went with an industry category which is seen to be more mainstream, where the governance standards are better, where somehow there is less scope for doubt or suspicion.
And the winner is Tarang Jain, MD of Varroc Engineering.
Mr. Jain has built India's third largest auto components company. It has a presence in most global automotive markets and it has a turnover of 7,000 crores now, if I'm not wrong. Congratulations, Mr. Jain. Where do you expect Bharat to be 10 years from now?
We got a vision of reaching about 20,000 crores by 2020. And we are just in the process of making a strategy for the same, focused strategy on where we want to play and how we're going to win.
20,000 crores, that's amazing. Congratulations once again and all the best. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our next award category is Entrepreneur with a Social Impact. So here are the nominees.
Passion, commitment, scalability, outreach, future realization of the initial goal, and the backing, both financial and as always the most important, spiritual.
And the winner is Ranjan Sharma, founder and director of IKSL.
He actually built a for-profit model that provides farmers with valuable information through voice messages. Mr. Sharma's IKSL now covers the entire country, and guess what? He has a subscriber base of more than 20 lakh farmers. So congratulations to you. Your services are for farmers. Do you think that a day will come when farmers will actually pay for such services?
Yes, I think as we go on improving the quality of our content and as they see that this is making a difference to their lives, I think they'll be very happy to pay. But I think that time is still 5 years away.
Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is for the Woman Leader of the Year. We will now change the pace of the ceremony a bit. Like every coin has two sides, so does every topic, issue or event. We've invited two industry stalwarts to face off over a burning subject that's pertinent to the industry today. And you, the audience, yes, the audience will decide who makes the stronger point and who puts forth the better argument. So just to spice things up a little bit, each speaker will be given only 3 minutes to blaze through their argument. To introduce this topic and to moderate the proceedings this evening, I'd like to invite on stage a very formidable figure most trusted to counsel the world's leading businesses, governments and institutions. A man with a repertoire for fair play, which makes him perhaps the perfect moderator for this momentous debate. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the chairman of McKinsey India, Mr. Adil Zainul Bhai, on stage.
Thank you very much. And we were, as the program was being planned, we thought that the alternative to this was a 45-minute speech by a minister. And we didn't think that that would work very well. So we thought that the right way to do this is to have a series of Oxford-style debates, which we will go into. So the purpose is that each of you will listen to the debates. Each of the proponents and the opponent will get 3 minutes. Then, being a Harvard graduate, I couldn't resist the chance to pick on some of you to ask a question in the middle of the debate. And then each of the speakers will get 1 minute to rebut. And the first topic is, this House believes that it makes more sense to invest in India than outside India. And we're going to ask each of you to vote on that. So before I introduce who's going to speak for and who's going to speak against, let's take a vote on this subject. Okay? So, the House believes that it makes more sense to invest in India than abroad. If you believe in that proposition, press 1. If you disagree with that proposition, press 2. And if you press 3 by mistake, I don't know what you're thinking. Okay, while you're voting, I'm going to introduce our two proponents. And both of them are very stylish debaters. Mohandas Pai, whom all of you know, has had a very storied career at Infosys and is now chairman of Manipal Global. Mr. Pai, can we ask you to come up? And speaking against the topic is Harsh Mariwala, chairman and CEO of Marico. We're going to start out. You have 3 minutes, Mr. Pai.
I support this motion that is best to invest in India. Indian industry has got a good profitability. ROI, as per the database, is 23% for Sensex companies. And Indian industry has one of the highest profit to sales ratio in the world. Great talent in India. We are not short of managers. We're not short of great talent to run our companies because we have a large supply base and we are talent suppliers to the whole world. We have a high savings and investment rate. 30% savings and 32% investment. We depend on overseas investment for 2% of our total investment, and that means we have to depend on his own country. And we have a good financial system, a well-regulated system, a well-functioning stock market, which has its problems once in a while, but is well-functioning, and a good banking system where the regulator goes overboard sometimes, but make sure we don't take great risk or blow up this economy because of all this MBS. Yes, we have challenges, and the challenges are intense, bad governance, high corruption, and a hostile government to business. But overall, if you look at it in balance, India is the best place to invest for Indians and others for the next 20-25 years.
Thank you. I think what you're saying is you have great potential. That's all in theory. Practically, you yourself have contradicted that, saying that there are a lot of problems. And the problems we are facing today are very deep-rooted. Some of the issues which have come up in the recent past have actually put us back, and they are going to take much more time to reverse. Things like land acquisition bill, food security bill, Telangana, I don't think these are going to be resolved soon. So what I'm trying to say is we have deep-rooted problems. There has been a leadership vacuum which has led to a divide at the top in terms of reforms versus welfare, and that has led to policy paralysis, leading to chaos, confusion, reversal of decisions, inordinate delays, and most importantly, the trust between the business and the government has completely eroded. And considering that, I strongly feel that Indian businesses which have a sizable presence, but they are looking at an investment opportunity, they should look at going abroad. Thank you.
Okay. So I get a chance to pick on you, which I love. So I'm going to ask Anand Mahindra, on this subject of should you invest in India versus abroad, what would you have to say?
Do both.
And would you comment on what percentages?
No, I'm in the middle of that portfolio analysis right now. I'll call you later on that one.
And I'm also going to ask Mr. Adi Godrej, who has also invested both in India and overseas, as to how you think about this. Are you the emotional kind who was swayed by Bharat Hamara Hai, or are you the hardcore, just give me a return on my money no matter where?
No, we're very clear. I think India is a great investment destination for us. We only invest outside in businesses where growth for various reasons is limited in India and the cash formation in the company is much higher. And then investing outside makes a lot of sense. So it's mainly in our FMCG business that we're investing outside for that reason.
And I'm going to now ask you, now that you've heard the arguments from both of them and from Adi and Anand, to re-vote.